Congressman Peter Welch of Vermont joins us this morning as well, Democrat. Congressman, good to have you.
Good to be here.
It's been said, according to an aide in Pelosi's office, that Teddy can now rest. Is that the prevailing view among Democrats today?
Well, there's enormous relief because the cloud of constitutional uncertainty has been lifted. And, if Teddy were here, he'd be very thrilled at that. But he'd understand that gives us permission to work on practical implementation. There are a lot of challenges to making this health care law work. And one of the challenges we had was the nullification approach that the Republicans took in the House, where they repealed it, didn't offer anything as an alternative, argued that it wasn't constitutional. That had things stalled. The court has ruled it is constitutional. So now the challenge for us is to make this work. And there's a lot of work to be done.
Do you think the risk of repeal is going up or down?
It's down. Mr. Boehner says he's going to do repeal again, and it didn't get through the Senate. It's not going to get through the Senate, even if it gets through the House. And at a certain point, you've got to have a party that's willing to be practical. They lost on this, all right? And there's an acknowledgement by the supporters of this health care bill that we have to work on it, make it be implemented right, do it well, but that takes some cooperation on the part of the Republican Party that's against this. They're not there yet. So the civil war of politics on this is going to continue, but it's under the reality that the Supreme Court has said this is constitutional. And at a certain point, you have to decide whether you're just going to get with implementation decision, and that won't happen.
Congressman, how do you deal with the prospect that it may further polarize the electorate, though? We had Senator Mark Rubio just now suggesting that now you're going to bring the IRS into people's lives to check whether they have health insurance or not. That's quite a powerful, it's a powerful political statement for the Republicans to now be able to make, isn't it?
Well, I think the way to get rid of the polarization is for us in Congress to do something that Senator Rubio said he wants to do, and have people get together and try to work in a practical way to resolve some of the rough edges on this. I mean, it is work to be done, but the politicians kind of like the polarization. We're feeding it. And what we've got to do is step back and say, look, how can we make this work for our employers? How can we make it work for our citizens? Bottom line, the healthcare system in competitors with the burden on employers, it doesn't work. And we have to change this, and we now should double down on practical implementation. And we should do that, as Senator Rubio said, together. But if this is used as a political issue constantly, then that's a diversion from getting down to the hard work of public policy.
Democratic Congressman Peter Welch of Vermont joining us from the Hill. Congressman, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Dow's down 130.